What's up? I'm your host, Kaylin Austin, and welcome to Real Teens Real Talk, where it's our mission to create a platform for young people to openly discuss key issues that affect them and the lives of their peers. Now, don't you go nowhere. We'll be right back.
To change the world, you don't have to be rich, or famous, or play ball, or lead countries. All you have to do is tell your family you want to be an organ donor. Talk to your family about organ donation. Talk to your family about donating life.
Very impressive, Mr. Gonzalez.
Thank you. Thought he was pretty good.
I think we've got enough color around here. 2 points. And who's next?
You dropped this.
Imagine the power of one voice. Find yours at freedomcenter.org.
What would you do if you had to choose between the buffalo and the giraffes? Between a flower or an elephant? What would you choose? What if you had to decide between a 100-year-old tree and a 1,000,000-year-old beach? Between drinking clean water or breathing clean air? Would you make the right choice? Would there be a right choice? Now there's a way to help, not just one, but all these things. EarthShare, the world's leading environmental groups working together. It's one choice we can all live with. Ask your employer about workplace giving.
You should wear a tie.
Dad, nobody wears ties to school.
Tie says you're serious, it'll make a good impression. And remember, you're there to study,
to learn, and to make something of myself. I got it.
Almost half of all UNCF students are the first in their family to go to college.
They have some great architecture classes.
Dad, I'm not really interested in architecture.
Well, keep your options open. And remember, no girls until
my work is done.
And I'd make sure that I got my lunch.
Dad, you're not going. I am.
I know.
Listen, we better get going. Don't want to be late the first day, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're the first to go, you're going for a lot of people. The United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Welcome back to Real Teens Real Talk, and I'm your host, Kaylin Austin. Today we're going to discuss teen pregnancy, but before we do so, we're going to introduce our panel with our name, the school that we attend, and our hobby.
Maya Coleman, I go to Hutch Tech, and I like to run.
I'm Dwight Coleman, I go to McKinley High School, and I like music.
I'm Kenya King, I go to Performing Arts senior.
Hey, we out here.
And I do all the arts and stuff.
Okay, artisticness. Okay, so today we're going to discuss teen pregnancy. And before we do so, I just want to go over some of the statistics that we have researched and found out. 3 in 10 teen girls will get pregnant at least once before the age of 20. And that's nearly 750,000 teen pregnancies every year. That's big numbers. Parenthood is the leading reason that teen girls drop out of school, and more than 50% of teen mothers never graduate from high school. About 25% of teen moms have a second child within 24 months of their first child. And less than 2% of teen moms earn a college degree by the age of 30. So after hearing these stats, what do you guys think about that?
That teen pregnancy is a serious issue.
Right.
Yeah, it's serious. It keeps increasing every year.
Terrible. Terrible.
Oh, and the last one was the United States, of course. The United States has one of the highest teen pregnancy rates in the world.
Of course.
Period. We're high in a lot of stuff, but this is not a good number.
It makes you think about the parents, though. Like, you see teens are pregnant, and here it's a lot of teen pregnancy, so what are the parents doing? And then, like you said, people who have their children and their teen moms, like within 24 months of their first pregnancy, they have another one.
Right.
So, like, what are the parents saying?
I mean, like, it's like everybody claim like, oh, I'm not gonna get pregnant if I do this or that. Like, it can't happen to me, but like when it does happen to them, they just like feel bad for themselves. But you was just saying like it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen, right?
If you don't want to get pregnant, don't do it.
Abstinence
Like,
is
a
the best
condom
policy.
is not 100% foolproof. Birth control is not 100% foolproof. Even those together, they're not 100% foolproof.
Right. So 100% foolproof is abstinence. Okay? We just had to make sure we said that, you know.
Because people don't care about the contraceptives. Like,
Right.
they're like, oh, why bother?
I mean, it's just gonna be fun.
Everyone's so, like, fascinated with this whole pull-out method, like it's supposed to work.
Okay. Well, okay, speaking of that, it's 2015, and we have, like, almost every type of contraceptive you could possibly think of. There's condoms, there's this, girl this, guy that, you know. You said pull out, but I don't really think people do that right. So,
I don't think there's a right way to do that.
Well, because, like, how do you say, oh, yeah, that's what we did, but you coming up with a baby in a couple months, you get what I'm saying? So with all of that, it's 2015. Why do you think, I don't want to say there's unwanted babies, but I'll say it like this, like, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen. Like I didn't know that was going to happen type situation. So why do you think there's so many, right? So why do you think that there's so many babies being produced that weren't quote unquote planned, because you're not perfectly like, I'm going to do it this date so I can get pregnant here so I can have a baby here. But why do you think there's so many babies being born out of wedlock during teen years?
Because no one protects her, so they don't care about protection. They just like, oh, we're just gonna go ahead and do it. It's our first time, so it's not gonna happen.
And parents aren't talking about it. Like, I know, like, some parents are scared to talk about it, or people think, oh, it's my baby, she won't do that. And then you have, in my school, you have freshmen taking health, but some freshmen are pregnant, having sex way before freshman year. Then you're going to give seniors health. Seniors who take health now don't even know about half of the stuff, and they have kids. So, and then people throw around the word love like it's sorry or something. So
I think love, to be honest, for me, I feel like if you say, oh, I love him, I love her, then they will be willing to either wait or, you know, just not do a period. Or we're going to take this precaution. Because it's 2015. There's no, like, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen. What are you talking about? You didn't know. You get what I'm saying?
Or they want to make it seem cool.
happening.
Like, the whole thing not using condoms. They're like, oh, well, my friends don't use condom and she's not pregnant, so why should I use it? Everyone's like, oh, condoms are whack now, so no one uses them.
I remember a couple minutes ago you had said about the parents, what the parents doing. So one of my questions is, do you hold parents responsible for teen pregnancy, and if so, why or why not?
Not completely responsible, because there are some instances where parents are talking to their kids about it. They're telling them, you know, don't do this, or if you do this, protect yourself, and sometimes it ends up just happening. So sometimes it's not the parents, it's actually the kid that's going around be like, oh, I'm just going to sneak behind my parents' back, go ahead and do this, I won't get caught up. They end up getting caught up anyways. And then sometimes it is because, like Maya said, sometimes the parents are too scared to talk about it to their kids, or some parents just feel like they don't have to talk to their kids at all. And their kids are learning about this stuff everywhere else. Like, you go to school, you learn about in health, but in health they don't really teach you all that extra stuff. Like, you know, there are a lot of emotions that are tied into this. They don't teach you stuff like that. They just teach you this goes in this, and boom, you got a baby. Like, they're learning about it from their peers and from schools and from everything else except for at home. So they think they know everything, but they don't. And
it's on cable.
Yeah. Like, they're teaching preschoolers sex ed.
Right. I don't think, we're going to get back to that, but I don't think that should be done. I think it should start
babies.
Right.
And like you said, no one in 2015 can say, I didn't know that was going to happen. Because if my 7-year-old sister knows that it's going to happen,
then you should know.
You should know. You 15, 16, about to be 18 years old. Like,
It's because the school, they don't really teach about sex. They just teach about, like,
the mechanics.
abstinence. Like, don't do this, don't have sex.
But do you blame it on... But do you feel like the parents are responsible? Your own personal
Yeah, because, like, some parents choose to pull their kids out of the class, out of health class. So,
opt out.
Yeah, because, like, they claim they're going to teach their kid that, but, like, they don't. But, like, if you don't teach your kid that, and it's technically not just their fault that they become pregnant, it's yours too because you didn't teach them.
Because they're not prepared.
Okay, so you don't think that, okay, keep your legs closed, dress tail down, you don't think that's a good enough explanation on what not to do?
I mean, it is, but, like, some people, like, don't want that. Like, they want another way.
Okay, and you said yes to parents being responsible?
I think yes and no. Okay. I think the yes is when your daughter or son has another child, obviously, and I think no, because like you can't necessarily always be there to watch your child hovering, always be there, because you're hovering, you're pushing them away more and they'll get in trouble more. So I don't necessarily think it's the parents' fault, because you can't watch your child all their life.
Right. That's true.
You should wear a tie.
Dad, nobody wears ties to school.
Tie says you're serious. It'll make a good impression. And remember, you're there to study,
to learn, and to make something of myself. I got it.
Almost half of all UNCF students are the first in their family to go to college.
They have some great architecture classes.
Dad, I'm not really interested in architecture.
Well, keep your options open. And remember, no girls until
my work is done.
And I'd make sure that I got my lunch.
Dad, you're not going. I am.
I know.
Listen, we better get going. Don't want to be late the first day, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're the first to go, you're going for a lot of people. The United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
My next question to you is, do you believe that this is a new fad? Because, or do you think it's been going down for generations, but people just keep a hush-hush? Like, that's my daughter, I'm not going to say anything, we're going to send her off to boarding school, and then when she comes back, she'll be fine.
Yeah, I do. Because, like, nowadays, when I'm around my friends and we see people in school, they're like, oh, she pregnant too? Dang. It's just like that. You know how it used to be like, oh, you're pregnant, congratulations. Now it's like, oh, you pregnant too? And then it's like, congrats. Like
this is what we doing? Okay.
Like, you're not even surprised anymore about who's pregnant.
Like, it's not a new fad at all. Like, most times you'll see, you know how they have those families that are just like, my baby would never do anything like that, but then their daughter disappear for a year and then come
like,
back.
Where are you?
Or the preacher's children gets pregnant too.
Okay, let's close. Okay, I'm gonna go into that because a lot of people say, because like I was born and raised in church, still go to church, love God, Team Jesus. Okay. So but a lot of people say like, oh, preachers' kids, the worst kids in the church, and whatever. But I feel like sometimes people waiting on you to fail. Like, I know she gonna get pregnant. I just know what's coming. Like, okay, but what about the positivity? Like being uplifting. Like, you know, I have a feeling that it could happen to you because, you know, I'm a hater and I just want that to happen to you. But instead of being a hater, let me help you not go that way, because you only hating because that's what you did. Okay, like, truth be told, most people, that's what they're about, so they're gonna say like, I just know it's gonna happen to her because it happened to them. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, yeah, it's the preacher's kid a lot of the times, but I mean, I think that if we really took a back seat and thought about the way we conduct ourselves because of how other people want us to live, we would live a different way. Cause I think a lot of the time, it's just going off because they're being hovered over, so they'll, you know, just rebel and go the other way. I don't think that all preachers' kids get pregnant. I don't think that.
Well, not get pregnant.
Or, you know, go off the deep end.
You know, because everyone says it's the preacher's kid.
Like, I can tell from personal experience, because I did lose my virginity. I did, I'm not going to lie. But, close your mouth, Maya.
Close your mouth.
But, like, when it happened, I've been abstinent ever since. And I can say that truthfully. I've been abstinent ever since. because I didn't want to go down that road. But when people in the church started finding out that it happened, there was this one family. They was just waiting for me and my older sister. They was waiting for us to just fall and be like, "Oh, you being fast, ain't you?" But then the one main girls who was talking stuff got pregnant. I'm just like,
pride comes before a fall. Got your mouth open.
And she was like, "Do you want to see my baby?" I just sat back like,
wow, this is what we're doing. Okay, so on that note, if you've lost your virginity already, how do you know that? How are you strong enough to keep it from happening again?
Because one, you always have to think about the consequences that could happen.
True.
And then two, like, you still, when sex is not just physical, it's emotional, it's mental. You have like when you have sex with someone, you literally give a piece of yourself to somebody, whether you're male or female. Part of you is taken away by whoever you sleep with. Mm-hmm. And then so you just have to think, like, when you think, okay, say you want to get married one day, because I truthfully do want to get married. Mm-hmm. Say you want to get married and this man is ready to propose to you, but you done been around all over Buffalo, Philadelphia, you went everywhere, and you got little pieces of yourself scattered all over the city. So what left is there for you to give to him?
Right.
Mm-hmm. So
I think, so what you're basically saying is think long term.
Yeah, and then it's a level of self-respect too.
Right.
Like, do you want to be known as the girl who lost it but then kept herself together after? Or do you want to be known as the girl who lost it and then went buck wild?
Roundaway girl. Do you want to be the roundaway girl? No, I don't. Okay. I don't want to be the roundaway girl.
I like, no.
No. So in this conversation, think long term, because like we said, it's 2015. Everybody's not going to stay a virgin. I understand that. I'm staying one. But everybody's not going to stay one. And with that being said, we have to have like the common sense, so I'm just gonna chill, because I've done that, whatever, but I'm not gonna be known as the roundaway girl, right. With the
I think people need to take it seriously,
like, right? Be easy,
because they're like, oh, virgin in 2015, oh, you must be real special or something like that. They joke about it, it isn't funny. That's why people don't take it seriously. If you're not going to take it seriously, then it keeps happening over and over. People keep turning up pregnant because they think they have to have sex to feel better about themselves or be popular.
I kid you not. I'm going to tell this one story and I'm going to get back to y'all. We, when I was going to high school, I went to a Christian high school. And a lot of the girls was like, oh my God, you still a virgin? You don't do this and you don't do that. And I was like, no, I don't. The same people that laughed at me because I kept mine closed got kids. And it was like, and it's not like, haha, I'm better, but it's just like, y'all was down to me for what? Like, y'all should have took part of what I was doing and just chill.
I know, that's
what I'm saying?
They expect us to be, I'm sorry.
Go.
But yeah, they expect us to be, so uppity. Like, there's a saying, like, just because she's a virgin doesn't make her a saint, and just because she has sex doesn't make her not a saint.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if you're a virgin or if you're not. It's how you carry yourself.
Right.
And then most people think that after you have it, that abstinence and being celibate is just out the window. Like,
that's not true.
You already had
That's
it.
why the word celibate is there.
Just because you lose it doesn't mean that you have to continuously do it all the time. That you can't get it back. You have enough self-respect and self-restraint or self-control to restrain yourself. Mm-hmm. So if you feel like you don't have that type of control and you just want to go out and